You are tired of cheap gloves ripping mid-job. I switched these and stopped double gloving. Here are the top 5 things to know before you buy, and number 1 surprised me. Number 5 thing you should know before buying these gloves, these are powder-free, and that's a bigger deal than it sounds. The powdered kind use a food-grade cornstarch to help them slide on, and that dust ends up everywhere. It ends up on your counter, on your truck seat, on whatever you just touched. These get a chlorine treatment instead, so they still pull without that mess. Other buyers keep pointing out the same thing. I used to buy a powdered kind, and my wife kept finding white film on the kitchen island and blamed the flour. Nope, that was me. But number 4 is the one that changed how I use these. All right, number 4 thing you should know before buying these. These are food safe, which means one box covers your whole house. I use the same box for pulling pork, shoulder apart as scrub in the shower. Last Saturday, I changed the oil in one pair and seasoned the steak in a fresh pair that same night. Before this, I kept using 2 kind of gloves and always grabbed for the wrong one. Now there's a single box on the shelf and my garage and the second one under the sink. That's it. If you cook or you also work with stuff in your yard, this one saves you money on buying 2 different ones. Now stick with me because number 3 is the one most people skip right past. Now, quick note, I did get this as a gift a while back. I've been using them since. I love them. I think you'll love them as well. Go ahead and add them to your cart now. All right, number 3 thing you should know before buying these gloves. The fingertips are textured, not the whole glove, just the tips. And that is where you need it. Smooth gloves turn wet job into a wrestle match. And I found out holding raw chicken thighs with a slick pair on. It went on in the sink and I went and washed my hands. Now with these, I can pick up the drop screw off the garage floor without taking gloves off. Several reviewers called that grip the reason they stopped buying the cheap ones. If you handle small parts or wet food, this item is what matters. Now, number 2 is the one I really wish someone had told me first. Number 2 thing you should know before buying these gloves. These are not latex at all. Nitrile is a synthetic rubber, so nobody in your house who reacts to latex has to think twice about a box sitting on a counter. I also skip that latex smell, which is the one that sticks on your hands after you pull those gloves off. I noticed that the first week, and I made a sandwich right after an oil change, and it tasted like the sandwich, not like a stinky latex glove. It's the kind of small thing you only notice when that stop happens. Now, number 1 is one that actually got me, so do not skip it. Stay till the end because I have a bonus tip nobody warns you about as well. All right, number 1 thing you should know before buying these gloves. These are 4 mil thick, and that number is a whole ball game. Nitrile gloves get solid anywhere from 3 up to 8 mil, and almost nobody shops on that number. They shop on the picture on the box. I did too. That thin one tears when you stretch your fingers wide, which is why I used to wear 2 pairs and still blow through a knuckle. The thick one holds up fine, but you lose the feel in your hands and cannot thread a nut on a bolt. 4 mil sits right in the middle. It survives a full oil change and can still feel what I'm doing right now. A few buyers hit that same wall coming with the thinner boxes. The box does not shout the number at you either. It sits buried in that title. Once I started reading it on every box, I started guessing, but hang on because that bonus tip that's gonna be coming up might save you more headaches than everything else I covered. If number 1 sold you the way it sold me, add that to your cart now. You can thank me later. All right, bonus tip, a brand new box can carry a faint smell when you first crack the lid. And that's from the package. It airs out on its own after a bit. I almost sent my first box back over that smell. Leave the lid off for a while and it goes away. Leave it open for a while. Also, a box is 100 gloves in one size, so buy for the hand that will actually be in them. Snug beats roomy every time because the loose glove catches on everything. All right, guys, so that's all I got. As always, remember 2 things here. Number 1, deals fade, so go add that to your cart now. Number 2, the product bro is always here for you.